In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on November 11, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. East Carolina versus Cincinnati. The East Carolina Pirates collide with the Cincinnati Bearcats in an American Athletic Conference showdown on Friday night. The Pirates defeated Brigham Young University before last week's bye. The Bearcats posted a dominating home win against Navy last week. Cincinnati recorded a convincing 35-13 road win against East Carolina last season. East Carolina is 12-4-1 against the spread in their last 17 games against a team with a winning record, and 6-2 in their last 8 road games, while the under is 4-0 in their last 4 games following a win. Cincinnati is 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 games against a team with a winning record, and 0-4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall, while the under is 5-0 in their last 5 conference games. This is a game that has significant implications in the American Athletic Conference title race, along with Saturday's massive contest between Tulane and UCF. It pits one team that I've believed in all season long against a team that is still being overvalued based on last season's performance. East Carolina is in the midst of a 3-game winning streak, and the Pirates' offense is humming of late. Led by quarterback Holden Ahlers, this team is 22nd in expected points added per play, 27th in expected points added per rush, and 30th in expected points added per pass on the season. It's a balanced attack that leans on its veteran quarterback and one of the best running back rooms in the nation. The Pirates have been playing their best football of the season in recent weeks, averaging 36 points in wins over Memphis, UCF, and Brigham Young University. Cincinnati's offense is fairly balanced, but the Bearcats are generally more adept at running the football. However, the results have been middling thus far, as Cincinnati is 63rd in expected points added margin and 71st in expected points added per rush on offense. The Bearcats' passing game is inconsistent, but they are coming off a solid effort through the air against Navy. With that being said, slowing down Cincinnati's offense shouldn't be much of a concern for the Pirates' defense, as East Carolina is inside the top 20 in opponent yards per carry, expected points added per rush, and rushing success rate. If the Pirates are able to have success in standard downs on defense, that will force Ben Bryant into difficult 3rd down situations where he'll need to make a play. And while he's shown flashes this season, Bryant just isn't the same quarterback that Desmond Ridder was. I like the Pirates to stay hot on the road, and don't be surprised if they win outright. So the East Carolina Pirates to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Pirates have a balanced offense that can be difficult to contain. Quarterback Ahlers has collected at least 288 passing yards in 4 out of his last 5 games, and the offense will pass frequently, which can lead to quick scoring drives. The same applies to Cincinnati. They attempt a pass in 55.5% of their plays, ranking them 24th in passing play percentage. In addition, the Bearcats are going to have a big game in the air. Ben Bryant has led the Bearcats to the 31st ranked passing game, and one area the Pirates can be solved is in the air, ranking 108th in pass defense. The over is also a convincing 6-2 in the Bearcats' last 8 games after allowing less than 20 points in their previous game. I expect a lot of scoring. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Colorado versus Southern California. The Colorado Buffaloes will be trying to snap their 3-game losing streak when they face the USC Trojans on Friday night. The Buffaloes are coming off a 49-10 loss to Oregon as 31-point underdogs. The Trojans are coming off a 41-35 win over California as 21-point favorites. USC is 10-0 in its last 10 games against Colorado. The Buffaloes are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 road games and 2-7 against the spread in their last 9 games overall. The Trojans are 1-9 against the spread in their last 10 Friday games and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games in November. The over is 6-2 in Buffalo's last 8 games overall. The over is 4-1 in Trojans' last 5 games overall. The home team is 6-2-1 against the spread in their last 9 meetings. This is a look-ahead trap game for the USC Trojans, who are in the thick of the playoff race, playing well and have a date with UCLA on deck. Might be hard to get motivated for this one, or to at least lay the wood. With that said, the Colorado Buffaloes are downright awful at both ends of the field, and that includes being ranked 129th in scoring offense and 130th in scoring defense. Colorado has been a 3-touchdown or more underdog 3 times this season. They are 0-3 against the spread when that has occurred, with losses to Minnesota, UCLA, and Oregon. On Friday night, they are underdogs for the largest amount this year. Their offense and defense are both poor. USC will dominate from the jump and will not relent. USC needs style points for the college football playoff. The more points their offense puts up and the fewer points the defense spots, the better the outcome for the Trojans. Williams will be throwing all over the field against one of the worst secondaries in college football. If USC wants to blow the doors off here, it can. Massive chalk, but backing Colorado isn't an option for me, so the USC Trojans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Buffaloes are averaging 16 points per game and 11.5 points per game on the road. They averaged 22 points per game in their last 3 games against the Trojans. With USC giving up 21 points per game at home, the Buffaloes will hit their average in this game. The Trojans are averaging 41 points per game and 45 points per game at home. They averaged 34 points per game in their last 3 games against the Buffaloes. They have the 44th best running attack in the country, and they're facing a defense that is 129th against the run and is giving up 40 points per game, so they will hit their average in this game. But it won't be enough to go past the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Fresno State versus UNLV. This Friday, the Fresno State Bulldogs will travel to Las Vegas to take on the UNLV Rebels. Kickoff will be inside Allegiant Stadium. Both of these teams have had similar seasons, but they will be looking to pick up momentum from one another in this one. The last time these two teams matched up, the Bulldogs walked away with a 38-30 win. The Fresno State Bulldogs are entering this matchup after winning their 4th game in a row. They took down Hawaii 55-13 as they were feeling it on both sides of the ball. They will have to play great defense in this one if they want to challenge the Rebels on the road. The UNLV Rebels are coming into this one after losing to the San Diego State Aztecs 14-10. The Rebels struggled on the offensive side of the field as they couldn't score enough points to win that game outright. They will have to do better on both sides of the field if they want to end their losing streak in this one. The Bulldogs are 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 in November and 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 conference games. Fresno is 23-11-1 against the spread in their last 35 road games. Meanwhile, the Rebels are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 after an against the spread win and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 in November. UNLV is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 Friday games. The Fresno State Bulldogs have been doing extremely well as of late, while the UNLV Rebels are not, so the idea of who to back here was simple. Senior quarterback Jake Heener has thrown 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in his previous 2 games, while sophomore quarterback Doug Brumfield has thrown just a pair of touchdowns and 3 interceptions in his last 4 games. Converting on 3rd down is a huge difference between these programs, as Fresno State is converting on 46.8% of their 3rd down attempts, while UNLV is moving the chains on just 32.1% of their 3rd downs. The road team has covered in 4 of the previous 5 games in this matchup. UNLV's offense really struggled to score in the last game, and they are going to have issues again here against Fresno State. Heener threw 4 touchdowns in the last game, and he is going to have no issue throwing it all over the UNLV defense. This game is going to be an easy game for Fresno State, so the Fresno State to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Fresno State defense is better than people realize, as they are only surrendering the 43rd least amount of points per game and the 49th least amount of yards. They have one of the best secondaries in their conference, as they will shut down the Rebels' passing attack and force them to keep the ball on the ground. This will allow the Bulldogs to load the box and stop the run as well. Now, I don't see Fresno State going crazy on the offensive side of the field either. They are only scoring the 67th most points per game, and they have only been able to move the ball through the air. They are averaging the 32nd most passing yards per game, but the UNLV secondary is the strongest part of their team. They are only surrendering 214.1 passing yards per game, which is the 45th least in the country. This will force the Bulldogs to lean on their rushing attack, as this will keep the clock clock running and the game low scoring. UNLV is going to struggle to score throughout this game, and the Bulldogs' passing attack will get shut down at different points in this matchup. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.